What's up, world? Alex the One getting it done, your Latino extraordinaire. And you're tuning in to Drop a Gem on a Podcast, episode 4. But before I continue with this episode, I just want the audience out there to know when I was recording this episode here in the studio, there was some technical issues, and you might hear a slight buzz throughout some of the segments, some of the clips. And I do apologize. I did try my best to kind of get that out, and I did not want to re-record it just because I don't think I could have recaptured that magic, recaptured that performance that I gave on Drop a Gem on a Podcast. So if you guys can take that with a grain of salt, you might hear slight buzzing noise throughout some of these clips. My apologies in advance. But you know what? Don't let that get in the way of the message that we drop in, that gem that we drop in. So thanks y'all for understanding. Let's get right into the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
You know who you're talking to, my friend?
What?
Forget about it.
Welcome to the Drop a Gem on 'em podcast. I'm your host, Lex the One, getting it done. It's about to go down. Say what?
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
Drop a gem on him.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Drop a Gem on 'em podcast. This is episode 4, and I am your host, Alex the One, getting it done, your Latino extraordinaire. And here on Drop a Gem on 'em, we talk about knowledge, growth, inspiration, and motivation, where we find clips off of social media with an inspiring message, something that'll help in our growth, and we break it down and dissect it so we can better understand it. And today is no different. I have a very, very special video for you. This is a real treat. It really talks about a lot of things that myself personally am going through and I'm trying to overcome. This video is dropped by Josh Baer, that is JOSHHVAR, and it is entitled God Uses Failure to Get You Off the Familiar. And this is a powerful message where it talks about people being comfortable and about growing pains. So this video is a little long and we're gonna have a lot of fun breaking it down. Before I do that, I just want to remind everybody that this is just my opinion. This is my interpretation. This could mean something completely different to you, and that's okay. It's all right for us to have a difference in opinion, but at the end of the day, we all about the same message, and that's learning from it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this video.
One of the biggest signs that you are closer than you've ever been to your dreams, your goals, that you are on purpose, in purpose, is when all hell breaks loose in your life. It's like, yo, God, right now, I don't need this. I don't need the drama. I don't need the delay. I don't need the setbacks. I don't need this pain. I don't need this hurt. One thing I learned about God is that He allows failure to get you out of the familiar. You can only do the uncommon when you get into uncharted territory.
So that was the first part of the video, and it hits close to home to me. And I'm going to talk about my personal experience with this, and I'm also going to talk in general about the words he's saying. So he says, the closer you've ever been to your goals, to your dreams, is when all hell breaks loose in your life. And like, what can that mean? Like in my personal experience, at one time in my life, I thought I had it all. I thought I had made it. I had a beautiful family. I had the new big house. We had luxury cars. We was all freshly dressed. We was all bling blinging, taking multiple vacations a year. Man, this person has it all, and asking me for advice. And at one point in time in my life, I thought, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's looking pretty good. You know, I made it. But then the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. And little by little, you know what I'm saying, that masterpiece that I had, you know, started breaking into pieces. All hell started to break in my life, and I didn't understand why at the time. You know, fast forward to today, I'm starting to see, you know, how God works in mysterious ways, and like the vision that, you know what I'm saying, He had for me, it wasn't right at that time. So what He said was, you know, He allows failure to get you out of the familiar. Now, have you guys ever felt that way? I know I have. I've gotten comfortable sometimes in my life. You do something at first, you give it 100%, and boom, you achieved your goal. You're applauding yourself on the back. This, you know, after a while, it just becomes a little easy. So you start doing 90% of the work, 80% of the work, 60% of the work, 40% of the work. I mean, you push it to the limit to where you finally, you know, the less I can do and still get the same results, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm getting comfortable here. It doesn't test you anymore. It doesn't excite you anymore. There's no competition. It's all in your head, right? So sometimes He does certain things to get you out of that familiar. It's like, you know, I thought you was hungry. I thought you wanted this bad. What happened? You know what I'm saying? So He does these little tests to kind of bring us back into the person we were meant to be. And this it's deep, because he says In order for you to do the uncommon, he got to get you into uncharted territories. How do you react to something that's new to you? Are you gonna be overwhelmed? Are you gonna be ready for the test? Are you gonna start to open up your eyes? Are you gonna just give up and say, look, man, how many times can you kick my butt? You know what I'm saying? In life, this isn't for me. So very, very interesting. And I think that's very true. It's like, don't test somebody when they're pushed to the limits, because then that's when you see a person, what they're made out of. So let's go ahead and continue with the video.
And so he breaks you out of the comfort zone. Because it's a zone, right? You like it, it feels good, it pays you good, it loves you good. And sometimes God has to break you and reshape you so you can become what he desires you to be. You don't get to greatness by being comfortable.
All right, so we're back, and he uses that word again, comfortable. Sometimes we get into the comfort zone, and I hate to say it for lack of a better term, but we get lazy. Like you said, we like it pays us good, we love it. That's something we know. And sometimes people are afraid to work for that next position, for that next level, because they know it's hard work and they don't want to put it in. They're good where they're at. And I'm guilty of that. I was comfortable for a long time, and I had to snap out of that. And it reminds me a little bit of the story of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was the heavyweight champion of the world, back in the 80s, and he was comfortable. He was knocking people out. Every fight he was winning. Everybody was scared of him. Nobody wanted to fight Mike Tyson. So here comes this opportunity for Buster Douglas. He knows, he's an underdog. He knows it's a long shot, but he didn't give up. He put in the work. He trained. He was focused. And Mike Tyson, he shows up in Tokyo like, okay, it's just gonna be another fight, and he ended up losing. He lost his championship, and I don't care who you are, that can mess with you. And I think Mike Tyson opened his eyes, and he knew why he lost. He knew he lost because he took the fight lightly. He got comfortable. He just thought he was gonna win. That's what I mean by the comfort zone. And sometimes God has to break you to reshape you. This is very true. You can't be the next best thing doing the same thing. It's like Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. This is very true. So even though you're broken, look at it as an opportunity to put yourself back together, not in the same manner, but put yourself back together how you see fit, how it's gonna make it work for your destiny. You become who you desire to be. You don't get to greatness by being comfortable. And I think of one more scenario. I know I keep using these scenarios, but I'm just trying to make a point. You guys ever seen that movie Fight Club? So there's this movie called Fight Club, and the two main actors, Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, one day were out and about, and they went to a convenience store. And Brad Pitt was trying to show Edward Norton a lesson. So he ended up robbing the convenience store, and he takes the clerk out back, and he tells him, like, look, man, we're gonna kill you. So right away, the clerk, he's scared. He's like, man, he sees his life flashing by his eyes. And in that moment, I wonder what he thought. Like, man, did he think of his family? Did he think of all the things he could have done, he would have done, all the things that he still hasn't done? But Brad Pitt gives him an opportunity. He takes his driver's license, and he said, look, this is where you live. He asked him, what did you want to be before you worked here? And he said, I wanted to be a veterinarian. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to come see you, and I forgot how much time, but he's like, I'm going to come see you. I know where you live. And if you're not on your way to become a veterinarian, I'm going to kill you. And that person, I'm sure he became a veterinarian very quick, very, very quick, because, he had that pressure, saying to become. He was, in that moment, it broke him when he thought he was going to die, but he had an opportunity to reshape himself. He had an opportunity to get out that comfort zone. Maybe he liked working at the convenience store. Maybe it was cool for him, but, that's not what he wanted to be. So anyways, that was my breakdown. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of this clip.
Discomfort is the language of growth. And what you're going through right now is growing pains. But the issue is you keep fighting it, thinking that the process is punishment, when reality is developing your power, your strength, your clarity, and your know-how. Stay in the process.
All right, y'all, very, very powerful clip here on Drop a Gem on Podcast. Shouts out to @JoshBear. You can catch that video on TikTok. This is the final piece of the video, so let's go ahead and break it down. So the first thing he said was discomfort is the language of growth. So quick backstory on me. I used to be in sales. I did sales for a lot of years. If you've ever been in that job description, it could be very stressful. You have your moments, right? So imagine trying to stop somebody on the street and tell them you got the product that's going to change their life. Working in retail and trying to get somebody to purchase your product, you have goals to meet. You're going up to complete strangers, people that you already know are going to say no to you, are going to brush you off. You're over here, your job is to convince them, right? It's very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. Discomfort at the 10th hour. And we used to say, if you're feeling uncomfortable, that means you're doing something right. And the more you practice doing it, the better you get. At first, you're a nervous wreck, but after a while, you start to get into this rhythm. And we used to say, out of every 10 people you talk to, you might get 9 no's, but you'll get that one yes. You're closer to that yes. But you got to keep working at it. You got to keep working at it. And there's some people they give up. It's too hard. I can't do it. And that's okay. It's not for everybody. But in life, you don't want to give up on life. Because at the end of the day, it's you. You're in control. If you at any point in your life say, yeah, it is what it is, you might be old and gray regretting it. Like, man, I wish I had a time machine and go back. And if I would have just tweaked this a little, if I would have just tweaked that a little, where would that be in life? If I would have put up with this comfort at first, would I be in a different position in life? Who knows? The thing is, we can't control the past. We can only control the present. And with that, determines your future. So growing pain, sometimes you got to do things that make you uncomfortable in order for you to. So whatever your journey is in life, if it makes you feel uncomfortable at first, it's okay. That means you're doing something right. Some people keep fighting it, and I get it. Excuse. I can't do it because I have this going on, or I can't do it because I have that going on. It's okay. Excuses, I hear them a lot, but you keep fighting it. The only person that's losing is yourself. Like that clerk that we talked about earlier, right? When he was working at that convenience store, he could have went to school to become a veterinarian, but he kept fighting it. He said, nah, in his mind, who knows if he had bills, if he had a family, if, he just liked working his job. It's not really too stressful. He kind of knows what he's doing, and it's just enough to pay his car note, his bills, his lifestyle. His lifestyle, he was comfortable with it, right? But he kept fighting the process until he was pushed to the limit, right? Until he was uncomfortable with that. Oh, snap, they're going to kill me if I don't do this. I better step it up. And sometimes we think of it as punishment. Like, man, I got to wake up extra early, be stuck in traffic for like an hour, 2 hours just to get to a place that's going to teach me how to become what I want to be. Sometimes you think it's punishment. Or, man, why is this happening to me? Why is God punishing me? What did I do wrong? Again, sometimes we play the blame game. In life, sometimes that happens. Sometimes we're good people and bad things happen to good people sometimes. And we're thinking like, why is this happening to me? This person's over there doing all this stuff and, he's living great. But you never know the person's problems. You only see what they show you on the outside. So I say all that to say this. Stay in the process. It's not punishment. It's developing your power. All those, like I said, when I was a salesperson, every single time I went to somebody trying to sell them my product, I got a lot of no's. But it helped me get comfortable with those no's. The discomfort turned into comfort. It helped me become sharper. It helped me become wiser. It helped me step up my routine. It helped me step up my game. And when I came into another position for a higher sales position, I was ready. Blade was sharp. All that discomfort made me comfortable into what I became eventually. I really enjoyed this. I think we got time for maybe one more video. We won't break it down as much. Like last time, episode 3, we're going to play it. And we're just going to give a quick dissection, and we'll do that right after these messages. So stick around, y'all. Drop a gem on the podcast. Have you been accused of a crime and need an expert in criminal law? Rodriguez Legal Group, LLC got you. Have you been injured in an accident and are not getting compensation for your pain and suffering? Rodriguez Legal Group, LLC got you. If you need legal representation, Rodriguez Legal Group, LLC has been protecting your rights since 2006. Located in the West Loop, 954 West Washington Boulevard. Visit them at rlegalgroup.com or call them at 312-243-6200. Si habla español. Ever wanted to pursue your passion for radio and TV broadcasting? How about film or video production? Be On Air network of media schools is where media and entertainment careers begin. The media schools offer a wide variety of programs specializing in specific elements of media. Programs designed to provide hands-on experience tied to your future career of choice. Visit beonair.com or call 331-215-4762. 331-215-4762. What's up, everybody? We're back. So I found another really cool video on TikTok, and it's really all about motivation. And I really like this one because it kind of coincides with this book I'm currently reading, which is called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And pretty much without giving the book away, it says, we have to change our mindset, our mentality into something positive. In the morning when we wake up, we should repeat to ourselves a certain phrase. Where we're nervous and we think we can't do something, we should also repeat this phrase to ourselves 3 times. Before you go to sleep, repeat this phrase to yourself 3 times. So here in this video, it kind of gives you the same idea. And I guess the reason we do that is to kind of remind ourselves who we are and we can do anything. Sometimes life gets the best of us and we feel like we're defeated, and we just need that friendly reminder. And we have to create that habit to believe in ourselves. So this video again is on TikTok. Shout outs to @WealthLock. It's called Do Me a Favor. So let's check it out.
Do me a favor. Speak these 5 lines to yourself every single day. Number 1, I am the best. Number 2, I can do it. Number 3, God is with me. Number 4, I am a winner. And number 5, today is my day.
All right, so that's a pretty cool video. I really enjoy it. It's all about motivation. So I'm gonna put a challenge out there to everybody, including myself. So let's try to repeat that to ourselves, either in the morning or before we go to sleep. Let's write that down. Let's text it to ourselves. Let's put it on our computer. And once again, it is, I am the best. I can do it. God is with me. I am a winner, and today is my day. And let's see what kind of transformation we'll have in our lives by repeating this to ourselves, reminding ourselves of our worth. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is Alex the One getting it done, your Latino extraordinaire. Until next time, everybody have a great day.
Pop a gem on 'em.